Are you ready to get Cenk Uygur, guys? This Cenk Uygur shit, I think, is important. It really is. We're about to get Shanky Uygured. But here's why it's important. I mean, obviously, guys, we know that we are going to contend with both Ana and Cenk trying to sabotage the upcoming elections. And we know that, God forbid, if somebody like Gavin Newsom or anybody even remotely like him wins the presidential nomination, like, it's going to be dirty. They're going to go crazy. But what I think is interesting about these clips is this new technique, guys, where people are letting Trump off the hook. And what do I mean by that? Let me show you Nancy Mace yesterday.
He's the president. It wasn't Biden. It wasn't Obama. It wasn't Bush.
Watch this.
That released the files. I think that he's got some folks around him that have given him bad counsel, because if he had just...
Right there. I think he's got some folks around him that have given him bad counsel. This is the new technique, guys, that anybody in the vicinity of Trump is saying, well, Trump has bad advisors. Trump has gotten bad counsel. Trump is listening to the wrong people. And therefore, that's why things have gone bad. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because everybody that is protecting Donald Trump is starting to use this technique where, once again, all of the decisions Trump is making are not really Trump's fault. It is his counselors, it is his advisors, it is everybody but Donald Trump that is causing these problems. Okay, now look at what Cenk Uygur is doing. He says the reason Trump thought that is because his treacherous advisors, almost all of whom have taken Israeli lobby money, told him the Iranians would cower in front of him in order to get the man-child to attack. So the idiot actually believed it. Easy way of starting a war. So Cenk Uygur is saying, oh, dude, Trump didn't really start this war. It's his advisors who are taking Israeli money. Dude, Trump took like $200 million from Miriam Adelson, okay? Trump has taken so much Israel money. It is like insane. I mean, dude, Benjamin Netanyahu is Jared Kushner's daddy's good buddy. Netanyahu slept in Kushner's bed when he was a child, dude. I mean, he is so tied to this shit. Trump is. So again, Cenk Uygur is now becoming this guy who is protecting Donald Trump.
The independent hosts have no reason to just toe the line for Donald Trump. It's a different environment than it used to be. Before, when they worked for Fox News, they'd get paid $20 million a year, so they had all the reason in the world to lie to you. But Rogan's already independently wealthy. He doesn't have to lie. So that is why now you're seeing all of the podcasters, Dylan, Schultz, Theo Vaughn, and now Joe Rogan, telling you it as it actually is and not BSing you. They said anti-war, and I'm relieved to find out they meant anti-war. Wait,
dude, so Cenk Uygur is now trying to say, wait a second, guys. Rogan and Theo Vaughn and Andrew Schultz, all the guys that gave us Trump, by the way, Rogan, Schultz, and Theo Vaughn, they are like largely responsible for convincing young men that Trump was going to be good for them. And now all those young men are figuring out he's not, but they really convinced men that Trump was harmless and that he wasn't going to be a dictator. He wasn't going to go to war. He wasn't going to overspend money. He was the safe choice. Kamala Harris was going to be dangerous, and Trump was the safe choice, which now they all see that they're wrong. He was lying. But now Cenk is trying to backtrack this and saying, whoa, like, guys, they're really anti-war. And now they're holding Trump accountable for going to war. And you know they're honest because they're rich. They're not being paid by Fox News to do this. Rogan's already independently wealthy. He doesn't have to lie. But like, dude, Rogan, if there was another election and Trump was somehow able to run, you know that Rogan would support him. Rogan would get another visit from the cash register and he would be on the Trump train in 2 fucking seconds. Dude, the 2 cents, I think the 2 cents refers to Cenk and Anna's retirement account. Right? Oh, shit. But it's even crazier, guys. There's more, okay? There is more from Cenk Uygur. He takes a shot at Francesca. Dude, this is crazy. He won't even name her, though. But, guys, look at this. Spread the progressive message. Dude, TYT is not progressive, okay? Cenk Uygur is not progressive. Ana Kasparian is not progressive. Like, she is as regressive as a motherfucker. Like, what are we doing, dude? Spread the progressive message is what it says. Like, wow. All right, this is coming from Hank Thompson, by the way. He was the guy who was there when they were unionizing and when Cenk was union busting during his congressional campaign. But like, wow, dude, the poly market money, all the right-wing podcasts. Remember, Cenk Uygur said too that all of MAGA was going to like bail on Trump as soon as he started a war. And now some of MAGA have, the extremists have, but a lot of MAGA have they like war now. They love war. But all right, watch this one. Here we go.
Corey Brown writes in, pretty sure I read in Raw Story months ago that it was concerning that a J6 ultra right-wing conspiracy peddling nut job was being put in charge of counterterrorism. This is getting hard to watch. Hey, Corey, if you are in favor of attacking people who are against this war and who are pointing out how Israel is controlling our government because some left-wing outlet or host or whoever told you should hate the right wing even if they're on our side on the war, bye, Felicia. Like, so all the people who told me about, marginalized communities and how they wanted to protect them. Muslims are getting slaughtered everywhere. And then a couple of people step up to help, Tom Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson. And some on the left are like, oh, how dare you? Muslim lives aren't that important. This war isn't that important.
Dude, Tucker Carlson is not protecting Muslim lives. Dude, what an ass. And that was a direct shot at Francesca. Remember when they had their little debate skirmish and Francesca was like, dude, they're gonna open camps. They're gonna put people in camps. And Cenk was like, I'll be the first to go. They're not doing camps. There won't be camps. Now he's like taking a shot at Francesca. And remember when he told Jordan, you're killing the Palestinians? And Jordan was like, you fucking crazy? Like, what are you talking about? Remember? Dude, Jordan was gonna blow a fucking blood vessel because of this idiot. But oh my God.
My partisanship is more important. All right, well, if that's how you feel, that's all right. There's a lot of other shows for you. They don't care at all what happens in the war, what happens with Israel, as long as they can smear anyone that they want to on the right or the left.
Now, guys, I do want to point out, let's be very clear here, okay? Cenk Uygur, Ana Kasparian. Anna, I know you blocked me, but you may see this, right? I know you saw my Happy Merchant video about you. You're welcome, thank you. But one thing, let's be very clear. We know you guys don't like Tucker Carlson because he's saving Muslims. That's bullshit. You like him because he hates Israel. And you guys hate Israel. And your hatred of Israel is a detest that Tucker has. He'll say, I'm not anti-Semitic. Bullshit. Okay? Tucker, bullshit. Not buying it. Okay? But that is their only connection. It's not about the war. It's not about saving Muslims because, dude, Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene are never going to save a Muslim. Are you kidding me? Dude, they fucking hate Muslims and they always have, dude. They're the huge enemy. They're just anti-Israel, which is what Anna and Cenk are like massively about these days. Let's be very clear about that shit. Now, Francesca did respond, and here's what she said. In 2003, 23 years ago, look at that, dude, at NYU Peace Coalition, she says, brother Cenk Uygur, this was me in 2003 protesting the Iraq War. Weren't you a Republican doing celebrity upskirt commentary? Oh my God, dude. It was the camel toes. You know what you said. You laughed in my face about there being gulags and then claimed I was using vulnerable people as a human shield. Take the L. Like, oh my God, dude. She just fucked him up, bro. She him up because, yes, she was actually protesting the killing of Muslims in the Iraq War in 2003 while Cenk Uygur was a Republican doing camel toe videos. Oh, Francesca! Wow. Dude, that is a mic drop right there, boss. Jeez. Dude, Francesca just walloped him. And then here she is. She says, here I am at the 2021 demo against Israel's war on Gaza. When have you marched for anything other than your own ego? Have a Palestinian on your show, maybe. Or I guess when clicks are slow, you ask Ben Glebe to spout some genocidal talking points to reach the other side. Choke. Oh my God. Dude, Francesca. Like, oh my God, dude. She is just, Francesca just slaughtered him. I mean, guys, let's be real, okay? Cenk Uygur was a Republican who got upset about the war, the WMDs, and then he rode the YouTube progressive politics wave. But like, dude, Cenk didn't like Obama. Cenk didn't like Hillary. Cenk only liked Bernie because Bernie allowed him to hate both parties equally because he was resentful against the Republicans, and he's always been resentful against Democrats. And he is still a Republican, absolutely. Cenk Uygur has always been a Republican. He just masked it in that progressive valley for a little while. But you know what I think is the best thing, guys? Cenk lied to everybody. He did. He's always been a Republican. He behaves like a dirty capitalist, union-busting Republican, and he always has. He behaves like a Republican, the way he talks shit about people without identifying them, the way he uses straw men and fake arguments and tries to browbeat people into submission. I mean, everything about him, it just stinks of Republican. And, you ready? He saw a light with Bernie Sanders, and he got on the Bernie train, and he hitched himself to Bernie and became a Bernie lover, a Bernie lover, a Bernie lover. Bernie's going to give him the power to trash both parties. And then it never happened. And then Cenk Uygur ran for Congress in Lancaster, California. He got 6% of the vote, but Bernie endorsed Cenk, and Cenk was had fulfilled his promise. He was running for Congress and he got endorsed by Bernie, but then Bernie pulled the endorsement because Bernie found out that Cenk was a misogynist South Beach Republican pig. And Bernie yanked the endorsement. So Cenk Uygur ran for Congress and had the endorsement of his one and only political idol. He revoked it. Just bottoming out. Dude, his own idol just shit upon him. And then he won 6% of the vote. Dude, he just like Cenk Uygur lost everything, dude. Dude. He lost everything. No matter what happens politically, I will never hit bottom like Cenk Uygur hit bottom, dude. Dude, that is... Dude, oh... I mean, there's no coming back from that. He's been on a tailspin ever since. And that's why after that, what happened? Dude, he ended up on a stage with Charlie Kirk, begging Charlie Kirk to be nice to him, while Charlie Kirk just fucking laughed at him. He went on the Dr. Phil show, and Dr. Phil introduced him as the guy who started 𝗦𝗙𝗽𝗏. Dude, Dr. Phil introduced him as the owner of the political network 𝗦𝗙𝗽. Dude. And then it took him like 5 minutes to climb into the chair because of his little stubby legs. Like, bro, just absolute rock fucking bottom, dude. Just rock bottom. Like, there's nowhere else. Like, he can't go any lower, guys. Like, Cenk Uygur has officially, I mean, he is at the bottom of the sea, dude. That's it. Oh, what a cautionary tale, right? From the first partner on YouTube, the king of politics, progressive politics, the guy who had, you know, Francesca and 𝗙𝗽𝗏𝗀𝗧𝗏 𝗏𝗀𝗧𝗏, right? Everybody was coming through there. Everybody admired these guys. They had Ana Kasparian in her heyday, crystal ball, loved them. Like Sam Cedar was on the network. Like, they had all the progressive people, and they literally, they trashed it all, right? Emma Vigeland, they turned all of those people against them. They systematically destroyed their relationships with every single progressive creator, and they were all more talented than Cenk and Ana. If Cenk and Ana had gone into the offices and let those young people run the network, TYT would probably have been like the progressive Midas touch. It would have been the most powerful progressive news network out there. But they like alienated Francesca and Emma and Sam and Kyle and everybody. They busted the union. They trashed their relationships. They took Polymarket money. They literally just gutted everything of value, and now they're two resentful bottom feeders with no political home. And they're both just pathetic, dude. Dude, they're pathetic. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.